All right. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's ByuN in the bottom right side of the map, Percival in the top left. Actually, I think this might be a semi-final. Is this a best of 5? Maybe someone live in the chat can check that for me. This tournament's gone by pretty quickly today as the matches have been dominant. It has been really dominant. There's been a lot of players just smashing each other, but this is our first, I think, big match between two favorites for the entire tournament. Percival in the top left, who has been grinding recently and has really evolved and leveled up. And ByuN in the bottom right side, who, of course, is always a very good player. We haven't seen ByuN in too many of the finals recently. He's struggling with Hero. He's struggling with Clem's Protoss. Struggling with Max Packs a little bit as well, though he definitely can take... I feel like he's better against Max Packs than the other guys. So whilst ByuN's still very good right now, I think Solar also has been doing pretty well against him. Curious to see if I feel like ByuN's just slightly off beating all of the top guys in the weekly cup circuit at the moment. Chat's confirmed this is actually the quarterfinals, not the semi-finals, says fake APC. I trust you, fake APC. I hope you've not misled me. I trust. This is semis, right? The quarters, I mean. I don't know. In my head, I feel like we're already at the semis, but I'll trust you. I'm not tabbing out to check it. Either way, guys, TVT, we don't get to cast too many of these lately, so I'm very keen always to cast the rare TVT and hope it turns into a banger. 2-Rax Reaper, it's a very cutesy build. You get 3 Reapers really early. You can often deny the command center building for a little bit. ByuN doesn't scout usually, so he could get caught out. If he loses a Reaper early, he's in big trouble. Michael Sullivan drops $10 and says, thanks for the great vids. Thank you so much for the $10, helping me cover today's first place prize pool. $200 goes to the winner of the tournament, of course. And another $200 spread between second, third, and fourth place. $100 for second, $50 for third and fourth. Big thanks to Stego for helping host these tournaments and being such a legend and running and adminning things, but really glad that, I get to put my name on it and at least pay out the first prize every single week has been a big thing that you guys in the community have helped support me do. So thank you very much. I think we're at about $120 raised today. So only $80 out of pocket, and the tournament's not even over yet. Hopefully we can cover that full $200 dues. 4 Reapers there, but gotta be careful chasing this ByuN. So far, very good fight for ByuN to chase his opponent home. And it's 5 Reapers, dude, you gotta be careful. But I mean, the thing is, the Hellion's faster than the Reapers. He can use grenades to zone, and his Cyclone's halfway built. So by chasing him all the way back, there's no window now for the 5 Reapers to run and kill the SCV and deny that command center. This is an excellent start for ByuN. And you can see Percival, he's about 30 seconds behind on the starport. His own command center's a little behind. He does have more Reapers on the map, and now a Hellion joining in, which is a fierce fighting force. But as 2 Marines and a Cyclone join in, and ByuN now building a second Cyclone as well, he should be competitive. You just got to be careful. I don't think you want to go out on the map as ByuN. I think you do kind of have to just chill at home. And he's going to go 3rd gas, 2 Marine, Cyclone, prioritizing army production over the orbital, realizing that Percival's likely going to want to be aggressive, but oh, one of ByuN's Reapers runs a little bit far forward there. Cyclone takes a bit of damage as well, but another Cyclone is almost out. There we go. First blood does go to Percival. He's going to go Raven, Interference Matrix. His own first Cyclone has now entered the fray. And I don't think Percy's too far behind. I think he's a little behind, but not too far. It's important that he didn't waste these units, though. Otherwise, ByuN would run across the map and ruin him. Apparently, ByuN comes in as the 4th seed of this tournament. Percival, the 5th seed. It's funny, I keep seeing this little bit of orange here on the minimap. I think it's like, I don't know if it's that. You just see how there's this little like red dot on the minimap. I think it's meant to be this or something. I'm like, well, maybe it's there. Maybe it's because there's some of these rocks underneath this. But I keep seeing it and thinking, why is there a little red dot here? Of course, ByuN does not have a unit in that position. Lots of Marines pumping, tanks coming in. Interference Matrix for ByuN as well. It is going to be a very chilled out 3cc build. ByuN built some depots on the edges. He was thinking about a 3rd command center, but he doesn't quite have the money. And uh-oh, he's got to be careful. Oh, the tank shot is big, though. The tank shot is very big. Cyclones come forward, but actually Percival does still do okay. Gets a few more Reapers there despite the tank shot. Raven comes in. Hello. Goes for some very juicy auto turret. 3 SCVs, bit of mining time as well. These guys misclicked there by ByuN. Uh-oh. He does realize before too late, though. Doesn't lose too much mining time. That is a bit of valuable energy used by Percival. Got to be careful with moves like that. Percival's going to try to lock on to get the punish. Does get the Cyclone kill. Does he get another one? He just got 2! Oh, that was sick. I thought that was way too eager dropping the scan there, but Percival takes out both Cyclones, removes ByuN's map control and mobility. But ByuN does go for his own auto turret counter harassment. He's going to come back in as the SCVs go back to mine. And doesn't actually end up dropping another one. I think maybe an accident where he F2'd hit home. Cyclones escape for Percival, which is very, very important. Bets on what's underneath here, guys. What have they tied down under there? Just some crates. I wonder what's in them. Maybe some Widow Mines. Oh, look at that. Nice little Cyclone flank. They're still so damaged, though. You gotta be careful here. Oh, the Cyclones are getting caught. Yeah, he should have got out of here. A bit too fancy for Percival. Raven still being annoying in the back. Another 2 SCVs and a bit of mining time goes down. He's got no tanks. Why has he got no tanks? Oh no, he's got 13 Marines and nothing else. The Ravens are going to go interference matrix, but does he have anything to capitalize? The SCV pull is a little bit slow. He will kill 2 tanks. Dude, no stim for ByuN even started, and actually, the Ravens saved the day big time. I was like, dude, you're screwed. You don't have any tanks. There's 3 tanks coming in, but Ravens saved the day once again. Good mining time denial in the main, though. It's really starting to cost Percival a lot. He's lost 9 SCVs here. Probably time to build a Viking and get rid of that Raven after this medevac. Double lib coming in. Percival's going to go for triple auto turret harassment. They're both going for crazy harassment right now, but Percival, I think, will be defended by the Marine tank reasonably well. ByuN will be defending against Percival's harassment is what I'm trying to say. I know that sounded weird. Meanwhile, there's not much at home to defend against the double lib. These Marines need to stim. They need to stim fast. Oh no, he's loading up a drop. That is the last thing you want to do right now. Percival's not watching. Libs come in and do big damage. Ravens are going to pull back, which is the right call. He's going to go across the map. He's going to stim some Marines into the main to try and defend 2 auto turrets on the main mineral line. The Libs go back for a siege up on that side. And they could just barely see the edge of that, which is really nicely done. Dude, Percival's economy is getting rinsed. He's kind of all in on the other side of the map now. And he does have a few matrices. If he takes those 2 tanks out, gets his own siege up over here, he could do very well. But I think that's the angle he's got to go for. Lib still denying the natural. Third base, not looking great. Main base, more auto turret harassment coming down. Similar army supply on both sides. But right now, 1-1 stim and shields is done for Percival. They are not finished for ByuN. But ByuN's got a bunker. Percival, yes, he's only got 1 tank there. Second tank about to arrive. Another auto turret goes down. And Percival, this double lib coming. If his Marines instantly stimmed over, I think he could have stabilized and been in a good spot. He finally takes care of those libs. Should have built these Vikings much earlier, in my opinion. But he tried to kind of play it close to the bone and ends up paying a very big price. He has a 3rd landed, which is his one advantage in this game. But you can see he's so afraid. He's pulling SCVs. Auto turret didn't even go down. You can't be preemptively pulling away from auto turrets. But Percival knows he's behind. He doesn't want to lose any extra units. He's going to end up losing them nonetheless. At the front, looks like the Marines did take a tank shot there. Oh, I love this for ByuN, moving that tank forward. Really nicely done. Viking gets gunned down by ByuN's Marines, which are randomly hanging out on this side of the map. And he does kind of move in and get destroyed, though. Can Percival recover is the big question for me. 2-2 started for him. ByuN only starts +2 armor because he's ByuN. And that bad habit, which he removed several years ago for 6 months. I don't know what happened. I don't know how he regressed. I still think this is just one of the weirdest things, that ByuN fixed that habit of always pressing armor first. And then I don't know if he just took a few weeks off and he just forgot, but he regressed. He made this amazing change to a core habit. And then he forgot about it. Ooh, the Raven snipes are good, but Percival cannot fight here. Percival committing to the fight is a mad lad decision. I'm amazed he even got all those matrices off. He should have given up. If he sniped the Ravens and pulled back and got his Raven Marine out, only loses 1 or 2 tanks, I think that's playable, but he does end up not killing the tanks, losing all of his Marines, and he loses his Ravens as well. And now, yeah, he's a little ahead on the upgrades. He's a little ahead on the Marine count, but he's down 4 siege tanks, still down about 10 SCVs. It's going to be a hard road to recovery in this game. How old is ByuN? I guess like 30. Not quite sure though. Marine drop goes in the natural. Youchies. Oh, Marines coming in on the front. Big arc. Great positioning for Percival. Oh, and he saves 8 Marines just before that tank lands an epic shot on them. Unfortunately, oh no, his +2 weapons gets denied. He's just a bit too far behind. He can't defend the drop and the frontal push at the same time. He's about to lose his +2 armor as well. Both upgrades denied. And that is brutal. GG. All right, guys. ByuN in the bottom right side is going to go for a proxy double Rax Reaper on 14 or 15. I think normally it's 15, right? Dude, his second SCV is so early, though. Is he doing a Marine proxy? Dude, is he doing a frigging Marine SCV push? Oh my gosh. Is this good in TVT? No, he still goes gas. Oh, he just wanted to get the SCV here nice and early to hide it. Because I was like, this SCV is way too early. That's why I was thinking he was going to go gasless. But no. He's just sent it early to hide it in case an SCV came across the map, I guess. All right, Percival going double gas. ByuN starts double barracks on 15. Oh, it's actually double 14 barracks in the natural. This is the most aggressive, most all-in Reapers you can go for. And the thing is, as a Terran, normally you often don't SCV scout. And where do you check for proxies? Down this ledge, you check down around here, this whole area. You very rarely check here. If I'm thinking maybe it's Marauder, I might check down here with a different SCV. I never check here. This is so rare. It's a rare proxy Reaper. That being said, ByuN proxy Reapers every second game in TVT. Percival should expect proxy Reaper, or he's never watched a ByuN series in his life. Like ByuN versus Maru is ByuN proxy 2x Reaper, then Maru proxies 2x Reaper, then ByuN proxies 2x Reaper. They just take turns. That's the entire series. You watch EU players play TVT, proxy Reaper comes out 1 in 17 games, but Koreans like to stab, you know? Like when Europeans fight, they're like, okay, I'll build a trench over here, you build a trench over there, then we can like throw grenades at each other for a while. When two Koreans play TVT, it's basically they just draw a circle in the dirt, each of them picks up a pointy object, and then they just take their shirts off and start stabbing. You know, it's oh man. I'm gonna build the command center right there. Reapers are like, hello! Free SCV killed, command center exposed. Already, this is absolute madness. Nice zoning grenade for Percival. Helion's already started. A few SCVs get pulled in here. Good pullbacks by Percy. He's got to keep his Reaper alive, though. And that's what's really tough here. Okay, second Reaper is there. Should be building Marines instead of Reapers, in my opinion, because the Marines build in 18 seconds. A Reaper takes 32 seconds, but we'll see if he can pull it out. Manton is taking some damage. Oh, Hellion comes out, though. Dude! Percival shutting him down! Gets rid of 2 Reapers for 1. That was a 2-for-1 trade. Yes, he's lost 4 SCVs, but he's already got a new command center building on the high ground. Get wrecked, you Verge. Verge, for those who don't know, is the edge of a cliff, usually, but I'm saying Verge like V-I-R-G. It's short for Virgin. It basically is something you use to insult your opponent, because the only reason they could beat you at video games is that they don't have a girlfriend, but you definitely do. She's super real. She just goes to a different school. You wouldn't know her, but she's really hot. Anyways, Reaper Hellion's going to chase after this guy. Hellion's fast, and the Reaper could commit and cut him off, but it looks like he's going to go across the map instead. 4 Reapers are building. There's a Hellion at home. ByuN tries to counter, but Percival predicting it. Dude, Percival's on fire right now. Percival is so good at StarCraft. Yeah, she's from Canada. You wouldn't know her, but she's really cool. She does modeling, and yeah. Ooh. Oh, Reaper's going in. They're going to go down. Dude, this is getting a bit chaotic, but I think ByuN's overcommitting. The Reaper dies on the other side of the map. This Reaper can't defend. The Cyclone's not ready. These Reapers are doing great damage. Okay, very nice with the Reapers. Oh, dude, these Reapers are killing. The Cyclone will pop out and defend eventually, but ByuN has already taken astronomical amounts of counter damage. Percival says, oh, you like putting Reapers in my base and running around killing SCVs? How about a taste of your own medicine, you idiot? ByuN's like, I'm not an idiot. I'm just a cheesy TVT player. His Reapers jump in there as well. Sees a Cyclone pop, loses them both, and ByuN taps out Percival with an immaculate hold. That was actually so well done. All right, guys, Percival in the top right side of the map, ByuN in the bottom left. And ByuN's going gas first. They've both gone gas first. Hello. I think it's probably going to be a 1 gas expand. It's pretty rare you go gas first and take a second gas. So this is kind of a, I want to go for a 1 Rax expand, but I also want a quick factory. I want the best of both worlds. Hmm. Now, this is Old Republic. This map is huge. It's really hard to do a straight up all in. This is like every Zerg player's favorite map, guys. Look at how wide open these ramps are. Big wide open ramps, big open spaces. This is what Zerg players like. In a TVT, I think ByuN is very likely big map, wide open spaces to play a Mass Marine style. He loves playing Mass Marine medevac. He doesn't really like playing like heavy Viking Raven tank. ByuN would prefer to play Mass Marine, Mass Drop, and to out-expand his opponent. I have no idea how Percival will play this map, if he'll do the same. But I know Gumiho and ByuN are two of the Terrans who are most likely to play that style. On a map like this, honestly, I think it's probably just the best style, is play a heavier Marine style. Go 8 barracks off 4 command centers. Take a 5th and a 6th command center on location. Get that orbital count up so you can see everything that's going on with scans and mules. And then you can wreck face. Who is Percival? Percival's a very good Terran player. He's doing great. How do you make a donation? How would you donate? Exclamation mark tip. If you guys are on YouTube, check the pinned comment. There's a little linky link there. And that helps us cover that prize. Well, I'm paying the first place player $200 no matter what. I actually forgot to pay Clem because we did our last tournament a few days late. And I just paid him this morning, actually. But yeah, no, I normally pay it right after the tournament finishes. And cost me about, I think it's not about $203.50 with the fees, but I just put that goal at a nice round 200. If we hit that $200, just helps me cover it without making too much of a loss on this weekly cup, which is always nice. All right, so guys, we've got the reactor Hellions for both sides. This is going to be a Mad Max flamethrower car war. Percival has not scouted. ByuN has not scouted. So things could spiral very quickly. Someone's lagging. It's not me. You can see I can still move things around. Oh, it looks like light may be lagging out. Was Clem threatening Pig? Oh, Clem always threatens me. For sure. Lisan Al-Gaib, man. If he tells you to do something, you do it. Lisan Al-Gaib! Lisan Al-Gaib! They call him Clementhy Chalamet for a reason, guys. Clementhy Chalamet. Thanks for the support, guys. I appreciate we all hanging out. I also love seeing people so excited for the Evo ladder we were playing this morning. That was really fun. Alright, guys. Players having a bit of banter. Of course, we should be dropping him. They're saying go, go. Making sure both players are ready before they click the drop button. Light might just have to restart his computer or his internet or whatever. Oh, are we going Marauder? Okay, no. Yeah, I was like, whoa! Marauder Hellion is not something you see very often in TVT, but it is a build. I haven't seen it in a while, and no, they're both going to play just into Ravens from here. It's more of a defensive Hellion opening, not a YOLO Hellion. Given his APM, Clem is the shortest path to the future. The Quasar Tadarak. Indeed, yeah, pretty much. I do like that we've started calling Clem basically like the chosen one of Terran, because it's funny, because like much like most religious figures. They do set an impossibly high standard, right? You know? It's like, just what would Clem do? You like have 500 APM and multitask 4 fights simultaneously near perfectly, and you're like, yeah, that's not humanly possible. Can we maybe give us like some sort of model behavior that we could actually maybe emulate? And you're like, nope. Yeah, Clem's definitely on the spice. ByuN and Percival are pretty good right now, though. I really, truly feel that Percival has just been grinding so hard. He's super motivated. He's stepping up his game. Percival has recently elevated his play. Oh, but look at this wall of Hellions. ByuN with a very nice setup. You want to keep those Hellions spread so your opponent doesn't get splash damage. Auto turret harassing the mineral line there, as well as on the other side of the map. So both sides taking 3 SCVs. But more mining time lost here for ByuN. So Percival actually handles that a little bit better. Cyclone can cover the edge now. These Hellions pull back. Units lost on the map. Looks like 3 SCVs, but also Percival lost a Hellion. So ByuN does hold better there. Loses a bit more mining time, though. Cyclone maybe should have stayed back a bit to try to let the Raven come in deep so he could have got the lock on and done some damage. ByuN pulling back for now. Cyclone's ready at the front. The Hellions aren't well spread, though. I think ByuN could take a good fight here. Percival not prepared. He does have a second Cyclone, though, and Cyclone's very good against enemy Hellions. Few Marines on the edge. Will that make ByuN think twice? No. ByuN's like, nah, 2 Marines can't do nothing. He's just going to throw the auto turret. He should focus the Reddit point SCV. It looks like he's just going to get 2. Does get the 3rd. Not bad. Oh, and he goes for another auto turret. Gets a weak Hellion. Probably not really worth it. Keep in mind, these Ravens gaining energy for Percival are a very real threat as the game goes on. ByuN's, you know, he's blown his load, so to speak. His command center is also later, so I think Percival not even being behind in workers tells us he's just being a bit better on his macro, his basics. ByuN's missed some SCV production this game. And as a result, he's also spent more Raven energy, which means he's got, what, 55, 76, and 99 energy, as opposed to 103, 128, and 98. So a lot more auto turrets and matrixes available for Percival. I still don't think this is a position you attack into as Percival. 2 Cyclones, 5 Hellions, 3 defensive Ravens, and a siege tank is a big no-no. So instead, he's going to go for the workers. He's going to say that's cool. I think this is a good choice to pull back. I don't think you want to go any deeper here. That turret is just to try and get the Cyclone, and he actually does get a Cyclone to try and scare the Vikings away from chasing. ByuN looks like he might want to push there. Not too many SCVs went down, though. It was a quick reaction for ByuN. And, oh! Has he not seen the move out? Get out of there, Percival. Watch out. Cyclones and Vikings are on your tail. These units need to come in from behind. If he comes in from behind, that could be amazing for Percival. If he could catch these mobile units, but now he's going to actually get sandwiched. Oh, that's a little dicey. Nice sight blocker there. Sight blocker can really help out. Yeah, he does get sandwiched a little bit. Hellions come back to try and defend this. The Ravens are going to try and join out. Throws a few auto turrets to control space, but ByuN effectively baits him and pulls back. Percival's supply is miles ahead, and he's got stim. Dude, is Percival just a more solid player than ByuN? It feels like he's playing much better than ByuN this game. He's so far ahead. Mirrored build orders, but Percival's coming out on top. Oh, good tank shots on Percy, though. Percy taking big damage. I think Percy moving down there was a bit of a mistake. He has a good arc of Marine Hellion Cyclone. Is that enough? Does take out one of ByuN's Ravens, and luckily these 2 tanks of his are out of range of ByuN, which is very important. If those tanks were all in range, I think that would have been a disaster for young Percy. Here we go! Nice Viking land for ByuN. Tries to stop this advance for Percival. Is it successful? I think it probably is. Oh, he's going to try to drop Marines on top, but will that even work? Yeah, well, the Raven escapes, though, for ByuN. I think ByuN did an effective job of making this costly for Percival. Percival's lost more units. The difference is Percival's 3rd is fully mining. He's got a 4th building. ByuN has been, like, choking up and tunnel visioning on these fights. And he's just like, it just feels like even when ByuN wins an engagement slightly, which he's been doing all game long, Percival's just done everything else at the same time. It's almost like we're just seeing a multitasking difference between the 2 players. And can he get rid of these 2 Vikings? He gets rid of 1, tries to pick up, but doesn't quite get him out of there. And this 3rd is just so late for ByuN. Guys, this command center finished like 5 minutes ago. He didn't land it nor morph orbital that entire time. I mean, that's just bad multitasking for ByuN. And he's going to need to not just beat Percival in these fights, he's going to need to start crushing him if he's going to be macroing like that. Percival's going 8 racks. Remember, I talked about 8 racks being the preferred style, but he was much later on his 4th and 5th. ByuN already has the 4th and 5th barracks. 2-2 has not started for either side. Armory is done for both players. 2-2 kicks in for Percival and ByuN at almost the exact same moment. It's like within 2 seconds of each other. I love the spotting depot down here. This map, much like Cloud Kingdom, I always like to build spores or turrets or cannons on this edge, just to stop things getting into the main base. Marine runs in, somehow got in minimum firing range. Nice little Marine counter drop. Got to be careful when there's Vikings there as well, but I think the Marine count's bigger for ByuN, so Percival wisely does back away. Percival's 4th planetary already erecting. That's going to make ByuN feel a bit scared, realizing, oh, I don't even have gases on my 3rd yet. 2nd factory coming up for both sides. You want to build that on the tech lab normally, because you don't need tech labs, right? You need pure reactors. It's pure Marine tank in this matchup. Funnily enough, ByuN, yeah, he did do the same thing, actually. ByuN also clears up the vision there with depots. Big thanks Thank you so much, Contagions. And just says, enjoy the weekly cups. Happy to support. Drops $20. Really appreciate you so much, my friend. Thank you very much. Hoping to support the Pigasaur Weekly Cup. I love having this reliable tournament we get to cast and so many good players that do get to play it. If you guys want to play a more community-oriented tournament, we do have a viewer tournament coming up, by the way, on the 29th of November this month. 30th if you're in my time zone, Australian Eastern Daylights. It'll be 7 a.m. on the 30th. But for most people, it's just !viewer tournament in my Twitch chat. We'll bring that one up for you guys. So if you're on YouTube as well, come over to twitch.tv/x5_pig. Or maybe someone can share a link there if they can be bothered. I could do it after the game if you guys ask me then. Tank goes down, Marines here. It's a Swiss format, so no one gets eliminated. There's no prize money for it, but you're going to have people of all different skill levels, streamers, and everyone playing, because Swiss tournaments are really good community building exercises. Percy, get out of here! Dude, the hot pickup escape is amazing. He's up in supply, but this is only a small section of his army, right? All of his tanks are spread back there. Dude, the way he pulled back those tanks was brilliant. That was so nice. 2-2's finished for him. He's going +2 vehicle weapons already. ByuN hasn't started his just yet. 5th Command Center is already on the way for Percy as well. And Percy, he's down on Marines, but he actually has more Marine production right now. Both sides about 80 workers. I think Percy being here with just 2 tanks is dangerous, though. It's almost like he's trying to bait ByuN into overcommitting to Marine counterattacks, but that's not happened. He does deny the 5th base of ByuN. Really well played there. We'll get the SCV. Gets a volley with the Vikings. Oh! Percival goes for a crazy stim here. One interference matrix does go down. He doesn't want to chase too far, though. His own tanks get some good shots off, though. And does he get one more? Yes, he does. Gets rid of 2 of ByuN's siege tanks. Still has 4 siege tanks in reserve. I think Percival's trying to pressure ByuN into grabbing 50 Marines running across the map, which is exactly what he's going to do because his name's ByuN. He's going to try and drop south. Oh, it's a counter drop to deal with his drop. Drop versus drop action, guys. Here we go. Oh, Percival. This is I think he loses this. Percival. Oh, no. Dude, Percival just went to Dick Town. When he saw the enemy medevacs, he should have turned around, but he wasn't watching. Then again, the choke point kind of worked in his favor. He actually killed more of ByuN's Marines than I expected. That could have been much worse. He's only down 200 in the units lost. That could have been far worse. He has lost 88 Marines to 54, though. But that was so dangerous. Dude, if those Marines catch him, how sick would that be? Get all these medevacs would be huge. Percival's really smart here. He goes left to join up the main army. And he shoves the middle with Marine Tank Viking. He's got the Viking advantage. He doesn't have many Marines, though. And these Marines are going to do pretty well. The Vikings are going to take out the medevacs, though. I think the tank line might just barely hold. Indeed, it does. And he gets rid of all the medevacs, which is where he gets the value from that fight. Now 1,700 resources in favor of Percival. Remember, Percival's had more command centers this whole time. Earlier 4th, he's got 5th and 6th and 7th command centers finishing. He's also got 4 tech labs getting ready for the Raven transition. Percival is playing a technical late game. ByuN's just building Marine tank medevac. Like I said, ByuN has never been a good late game TVT player. He's a mass Marine boy. But Percival's the guy who went to mass Marine almost a little bit earlier than him and now has transitioned into the more technical Raven game, which is going to be the next step for him. I think Percival might just be a little bit more solid here, a bit more well-rounded, while ByuN's looking for the knockout punch. 2 Marines are going to find this exposed mineral, and it's really good for Percy. That tank comes in from the right side, bit of a cheeky tank there. These 2 Marines are going to die to the SCVs, that's hilarious. That's pretty funny. Vikings go a bit too far forward. Gotta be careful, don't want to overbuild Vikings, 8 is more than enough. Tanks are going to come in. Plenty of Marines ready. Oh, he's got Libs as well. Libs are going to try and siege up in the middle of this fight. Can they help out? Oh, this is a good fight for Percy. The Libs and the tanks are going to hold the line. The Vikings come over to support as well. Dude, that's a crushing engagement for Percival. Now 4,000 resources ahead. I told you guys that people bet 87% of the bacon was bet on ByuN in Game 1 in our prediction for this game. 87%. And I know that was just a Game 1 bet, and ByuN did win it, but I was like, you guys are crazy that you would bet 87%. I would take, the odds are pretty close to 50-50 between these guys. For anyone who's been watching the last month or 2 of Weekly Cups, Percival is on the grind, and he is so good right now. 4 Ravens on the front. Dude, denying that 5th of ByuN. ByuN is hanging on 4 bases. He's building mass Marine tank. as these guys come in, look at that. 3 interference matrices. Vikings just keep clearing the medevacs. Dude, GG. The moment you lose map control and your opponent has Vikings like that, it is so bad because look at what happens. Look at the lost medevac count. 13 medevacs. The Vikings, he only lost 2 Vikings. The Vikings were getting so much value. They just kept killing his medevacs. It's a massive dump of money. And once you get pushed back in a frontal position and you don't have Viking control, it's really awkward. Percival wins 2-1 and goes to the semifinals.